Greetings, brave adventurers! My name is FoxyBard, and we're going to talk about AI again. Since expressing my opposition to its use, I have noticed a small but vocal minority who seem to, without fail, come out to staunchly state their passionate opposition to and detestation of generative AI art. And there's always a but. But for their particular situation, they just can't help it. They're either too poor or too unskilled or some other exception they've carved out in their minds to allow them to violate their alleged principles and make use of the mass plagiarism and planet-burning machine that they supposedly do not support. Now, I understand this particular desire to make exceptions. Sometimes you feel out of options. You think your case must be exceptional because you're violating your principles. It's human nature. Now, luckily for you, I'm a fox, and fox nature is to be clever and to find other, better solutions. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to present to you here a collection of resources, tools, websites, and all the various etc. that are free or very cheap and at your disposal. Artwork is a luxury good, but art itself should always be available. You can find links to all of these various resources in the video description, and they will also appear on screen. Let's begin with the classic, the doll maker types. If you've ever seen a profile picture like this, then you've probably found someone who used one of these websites. On these sites, you'll find a wide variety of fairly easy-to-use character image makers, uploaded by independent artists. The most popular of these is a Japanese site called Pikru, and while many of the works are in Japanese, it's grown so much that there's also plenty of English-speaking creators who have uploaded there. The variety is pretty wide in both quality and style, so you may need to dig a little for one that fits the idea in your head, but you are bound to find something. You can also create horrific monstrosities, like Dr. Hands here. Probably don't let them near you. I've also included links to similar websites, Doll Divine and Maker.io. Each creator who uploads has a policy for use, but almost all of them allow for unlimited personal use, so create away. Note, many of these share the same pool of artists who have uploaded to them, and searching for them by name will often get you the exact same maker, just on a different site. The real question is which tool interface you prefer. Maker is my least favorite, but you might like it. Related to the doll makers, but not quite the same, are custom mini makers. The most well-known is Hero Forge, but another pretty good one is Eldritch Foundry. I don't personally think the images of the mini look very good for use for character portraits. I'd personally rather use a Pikru, but I would be remiss if I didn't include them as options. These allow you to design your entire character from outfit to hairstyle to weapons, and even many animal companions. They've gotten better and better and are completely free if you just wish to make images. The only cost comes if you choose to buy the 3D model or printed mini. Possibly a strange one, but one that people tend to forget about, are video games. A lot of RPG games especially have relatively robust character creators, some of which can be fully accessed for free. Free-to-play MMOs finally have a truly good use. There are probably too many to list, but it's a great place to start. Just find one with an art style you like. Our next stop is finding already existing art that is free and open to use. There is a lot of this, but this does not simply mean browsing Google Images and finding something you like. While some of that may be free to use, it's important to check licensing to be sure. Now, you aren't going to get arrested for theft or copyright violation for swiping art off the internet to use for your characters in a TTRPG, but it's quite rude to the artists in question and to the people who originally commissioned the artwork. The fastest way to lose the respect of your artist friends is to steal work. So instead, I found some places that have large collections of free-to-use artwork. Much of this is classic art, and there's a lot to sift through. As always, check the licensing terms if you want to be completely sure, but generally, if something is published under the Creative Commons license, you're free to use it as you wish. If you want to search everything ever published under the Creative Commons license, the site for that is linked, but you will likely need to be quite specific of what you're looking for. I've also included a link to the Smithsonian Open Access page, which contains several million images taken from the Smithsonian's collections. There is, again, an awful lot to dig through, but some gems to be sure. With these resources, you aren't likely to find results for most fantasy terms, but you can narrow down a search. You can also find many pay-what-you-want packs of artwork on places like DriveThruRPG, itch.io, and similar. The last asset I'd like to introduce you to is actually a subreddit. I imagine there's a number of you who already know about it, but r/character drawing is a place where users go and present a character concept and idea, and artists may, if they choose to do so, draw it for you. Quality and style are going to vary, but it has to be done for free by the rules of the sub. Most posts don't receive artwork, but enough do that it's worth mentioning. And finally, if you can't find something in all of that you'd rather use, I do find it ethically neutral to take images that someone else has already generated using AI and make use of that. I highly recommend modifying it, because it sucks, but AI-generated images cannot be copyrighted, so hippity-hoppity, this AI slop is now your property. Just do not, repeat, do not generate more yourself. That's what we're trying to avoid. There you go. A whole bunch of options that can make a practically infinite amount of characters, and not a single one of them involves you using AI to do it. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Art is a luxury good. You are not entitled to it. But there's still so many free ways to get it that aren't using the worst thing you've ever heard of. I know this isn't the RPG horror story you were looking for, but it is, what I believe, an important resource to have. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, please, like for real, please, I need you. If there's any free and legal resources that you like for artwork, let me know in the comments below. As always, a massive thank you to my supporters over on patreon.com/FoxyBard. You wonderful people are the greatest, and I honestly could only keep doing this with your support. If you want to join the list of names scrolling by the screen right now, you can sign up for as little as $1 a month. Okay. If any one of you makes another one of those damn "I don't support AI but" comments after this, I'm directing you to this video and telling you to shut up. You've been warned. That's it. Go on. Bye.